This is me, born during the song Born to be Wild. I was a stubborn child and I have always gone by my own path. I grew up in a small, isolated world in a small village called Bjärred. As a child, I loved drawing and painting, and I still do. Every time I feel stressed or just bored, I draw or paint, and I love it. At this very moment, I draw a lot of babies. I don't know exactly why, but it is something about a baby's innocence that I get drawn to, I guess. As a child, my parents brought me every year on a trip, and this have turned me into a traveling addict. My first trip by myself was to Berlin. I did my practicum there in 8th grade, and it felt great. After I graduated from high school, I set off once again, this time to Australia, where I ended up staying for a year. When I came back home to Bjärred after a year of traveling, I felt like a foreigner in my own home, and I rebelliously moved to Berlin, where I stayed for 2 years. There I worked in a pub during the nights and in a clothes store on the days. I lived by the moment, and whenever I had days off, I went traveling. One trip I will always remember and am very thankful for doing is going to Cambodia. I worked in a small village outside Siem Reap as a volunteer in a school, as an English teacher. This trip made me look at the world in a completely different way, and I gained so much experience. And this trip is also the reason why I choose to study and to become a teacher. I moved back home and I feel for the first time in a very long time settled. I feel fulfilled and I can't wait to work as a teacher. Maybe in Cambodia, who knows?